It's Friday, Friday, everybody's Friday. Welcome everybody, it's Tractorchute here for another Friday challenge. Let's get this baby going. In the upper right hand corner playing is the red Terran. It will be Beleroth. In the lower left hand corner, it is the blue Zerg of the man we've seen before. It is Jotripo, apparently playing on a different team now. He plays for JoNada. And he is telling his opponent he's going Roach, Ling, and Baneling. And he's going to tackle the 9-minute and 30-second mark here. So we'll keep an eye on that, make sure that does happen here. Beleroth's pretty happy. He says, okay, go ahead, do what you wish. I can tell you that Jotripo is gold. Beleroth was unranked at this point here. Beleroth is going to start himself off with the standard wall off. Fairly decent move. Looks like a good man of Jotripo is going to move across that overlord across the map. See what he can do. See what he can see. And he is not going for any sort of early pool or anything like that. Obviously, if you got a timing on your attack, no need to 6 pool or anything here. He did the good old, looks like he did the good old extractor trick at some point there. As you can see, he did have more drones than he had for food count. And he gets second overlord out there, so unsupply blocks himself. In the meantime, their opponent does finish up with the supply depot. Kind of leaves it at that. Would have to imagine you might want to get a barracks down here at some point in time, as he has enough money to do so, but instead he's just going to SCV up here. Why not? And we're going to send our second overlord across the map here as well. So Jotripo keeping himself with some very good map vision, nice and early in the game here. Opponent in the meantime, I'm not entirely sure what the opponent's doing, to be honest with you. He's saving up some money for something. Maybe wants to build 2 barracks at the same time, or just wants to maybe focus on his SCV count here. There we go. Yeah, their SCV is going to move out here. We'll get the barracks down. No, it's actually going to be a command center to get that wall off going here. So fairly interesting choice, to be honest with you. So we're going to get ourselves on the good old command center. Maybe basing this on the timing that Jotripo has announced to him here is probably what he's looking here. Figuring that he's got a little bit of time, but he doesn't have a lot of time, so not entirely sure why he would go command center first here, especially when you know you're going to be attacked at under the 10-minute mark here. Another barracks going down here, or a barracks going down, so that will finish off the wall off. Very decently done. Taking a look at the APM tab, you can see it is a whopping 52-250, but current at 100 right now for Jotripo. He's got his hatchery out as well here, so looking pretty skookum. Also have a gas coming down here, and a queen will hit the field for Jotripo. There we go, overlord will get up there, and it will start flying itself into the base here, kind of getting a good idea of exactly what's going on there. Supply depot going down right around that mineral line here, making sure he doesn't end up supply blocking himself here. And still not without that barracks there. Might want to start getting maybe another barracks down or something like that. He's got enough money to do so, that's for darn sure. A little bit curious of what kind of build our good man Beleroth is doing here. It is very interesting on the timings here so far. Good location of your overlord there, Jotripo. Like to see that. In the meantime, there he does have a spawning pool out with the double gas. And Roach Warren will probably be following this up very, very quickly here. Hatchery about to finish up at the expansion. At the other end here, we have finished off our command center. We are turning it into an orbital right away here. And we have ourselves down a bunker as well. Going to make sure we can get this all walled off here. Keep that expansion nice and healthy once he does elect to move it out here. I'd have to imagine he's going to macro up his main base first. But he does have 16 on there, so has himself a good amount of workers at the very least at his main base. In the meantime, there, Jotripo does have the other overlord going over here. He will finish off that scout on the right-hand side of the base, and that bunker will finish up. He's got himself a couple marines out as well. And yes, he is going to macro up that main base with both those command centers. Let's down the supply depot to put them inside that bunker. And at the other end, we do have ourselves a non-roach worm. So no roach warren as of yet, but does have himself down some creep spread here. That one queen is going to waddle itself down to the expansion. Get himself a good old larva injector. Imagine the second queen's going to come out to support that base. Layer technology is hitting the field now. Looking pretty skookum. Is starting to macro up that expansion with both his bases. In the meantime, at the other end here, we are getting ourselves into a factory. So this is going to be a 1-1-1 build. And get yourself an engineering bay down to help that wall off. Looking pretty good by our good man of Beleroth. In the meantime there, Jotripo has scouted out an SCV. He's going to chase down that SCV with his one drone and his one queen. Not entirely sure if he's going to make it out. No, he will not. Not with that queen on the low ground there. So queen does end up finishing it off here. Creep spread slowly tightening up there, and banelings as well there, so looking pretty good as we do have ourselves the roach and baneling nest that will complete the 3 offensive units he needs. Remember, he did say the 9-minute and 30-second mark, so he needs to definitely start speeding up here, otherwise he's not going to have any roaches or banelings to move out with him. He doesn't need it, just needs to move all his offensive units out at that 9-minute and 30-second mark. There we go, expansion does end up getting down there as well. And the one bunker is completely full here, and he's continuing the wall off with his supply depots and second factory. So going very heavy on the factory. He's going to get himself down a couple Hellions to start this off here, and he has himself a couple mules as well. So pretty much no wall off at the main, but he's going to make that wall work for him on the natural here. And we are also getting ourselves down 1 reactor. Not entirely sure what Beleroth's plan is here. As he does know 9 minutes and 30 seconds, he should be expecting to see some units. Creep spread has combined itself. So both bases are linked up via creep spread. Evil Chambers coming down for upgrades here is getting himself the centrifugal hooks to speed up those good old banelings. In the meantime there, he's also getting some good old roach speed, so looking pretty good there. Has himself with the metabolic boost as well, so getting all the upgrades he needs for his 3 offensive units. 1 gas going down at the expansion for Beleroth here. We are about 1 minute and 45 seconds out from an attack out of Jotripo. 1 dog is kind of just scouting himself around the map here. He will find this 1 Marine with barely any hit points left. Should be able to finish him off barely. Does his job. Takes over that Naga tower here, so has the vision at the same time there. Jotripo has his overlord right on the outside of the base here. Does realize that Beleroth is expanded. Beleroth? Is it Beleroth? Beleroth? Beleroth. There you go. Beleroth sounds a lot better according to how to sound out words. And we are also getting ourselves down the ranged attack as well, which will definitely help with the roaches. If you take a look at the good old units tab, we have a whopping 1 dog. So once we get to that good old 9 minute 30 second mark, we should have an attack of a whopping dog and whatever else he can accumulate. In the meantime there in the production tab, you can see 8 roaches he's got ready to move out here. All the upgrades should be ready to go. Dogs are coming out as well here, so he's going to have quite a few units at the 9 minute 30 second mark, actually, to be honest with you. And he's actually pushing some dogs out across the map right now. Doing it a little bit early, but it does work. We're not quite there yet, but as long as he doesn't attack to that 9 minute 30 second mark, he'll have her made. Banelings are coming down, so he's getting this already. Got a lot more roaches heading up to the Naga tower here, so he's getting everybody. We're sitting at right in the middle of the map here. We are now at the 9 minute 30 second mark. I have to imagine it is time to move this army in, and yes, it is. We're going to start pushing, see what kind of damage we can do here. He's got a few Hellions in the background. They're not going to do a whole heck of a lot here. Oh, he does see the siege tank on the high ground here. That's not going to go good for him. He's actually going to go up along the rock side, so very good choice there. Rocks are going to end up getting massacred here. Got a couple overlords as well, just kind of hanging out here. And, yeah, other than that there, he does... Where the hell did he put his banelings here? Oh, he's actually going to drop the banelings. Oh, drops 1 down. Does somewhat of damage here. Trying to get in the base here. Is continuing to go to work on the rocks here. But he realized that the siege tank is just on the outside there, so he does kind of have to maneuver him a little bit out of the way here. But he should have these rocks finish off very, very quickly here. Once those end up going down, he's going to get a couple more banelings out here. There we go. We will finish it off very, very easy. He's got a lot of Hellions up there. Replants the siege tank. Is going to be in time. Does back out of there just in time there. Hellions are kind of moving their way in there. They see what's coming. It's kind of ready to move up there, but not quite. He's waiting for some reinforcements. There's a lot more roaches. Now he's going to start pushing this. A few more banelings coming down. Might wait for them to finish as well here. So 4 more banelings will finish up here. Does load up some roaches in the overlords here. So he's got 12 roaches ready to fly in here. Really nothing to attack the overlords. He could drop those right on top of the siege tanks if you choose to do so. Hellions are going to move their way out here, but it looks like it might be too little too late. Doesn't have a whole lot with 12 roaches being dropped on top of the tanks and right in front of the bunker. Could be a lot of trouble for him here. And here we go. He's going to drop them all right in there. There's a lot of trouble sitting right on top of the siege tanks here. Everybody's moving in. Banelings are going in here. Blue Flame's trying to do as much as it can here. Looks like he might be able to finish this off. Pretty much takes out all the offensive units of his opponent. There goes the bunker. There goes the few Marines there. Got a couple siege tanks in the background. Fire and Blue Flame. They're not doing a lot. He's going to load up the Overlords. Fly them right into the base here. Has no Marines to stop these Overlords. They can just kind of fly and drop as they please here. Drops right on the siege tank. And of course, Hellions aren't going to do a whole heck of a lot to roaches. They end up melting every one of the Hellions here. This should be GG. The opponent here, he's got no offensive units left. Just got SCVs. GG's it. Very well done by Jotripo. My congrats go to you. My condolences go out to you, Beleroth. Leaving you with this. If you have the wrong keyboard, you got the proper glass. I have no idea what you're talking about when you're reading me that Disney book. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.